It is hard to imagine a child of the 21st century whose preschool environment did not have any contact with vocal music. So, agree, Marley, right?
Yes.
Ikaw na punta
Okay, so the world we live in is a singing world. Media such as radio, television, and the internet bombard us with the music, both vocal and instrumental, on a day-to-day basis. So especially karon sa mga 21st century children or students is they live in music, a big part of music. And there are games. There are games that young children play that incorporate singing. So if remember mo, every time na natay demonstration, so dili mawala ang kanang natay magamit nga singing, music. And the chirping of sample is the chirping of birds, chimes, buzzing of bees, and the sounds from mechanical toys are also there, together with the sounds of pets, ticking of the clock, and the singing from other family members. Whether or not the children are able to identify these sounds as music is irrelevant, as long as these oral experiences have been part of their background. So even if dili kayo nila ma-recognize ng mga music, wala pa kayo sila idea ana, but the point is na sila sounds na or na sila ma-hear ng mga sounds sa ilang surroundings. And then, because of this, we may safely conclude that most, if not all, children come to school with a little background on music. So, karon nga generation is kanang murag wala na kaayay kanang children ay wala na kaayay mga bata nga kanang wala na sila na sa kanang inigsulat nila eskwelahan or wala na kayo sila wala na kayo karon kanang mga students nga kanang wala sila na sa music. And
So let's continue. So singing has experiential aspect to learning. So everyone can hear that.
singing is one of the most central activities that must be incorporated in the music learning experience. It is interesting to note that even other subjects taught all school most uses songs for memory reinforcement, understanding, and mental training. Singing offers an excellent means of self-expression and emotional.
So I have a question. So why is singing is incorporated in the music learning experience? So who has the idea? Kay Angel? Naka-idea?
Ikaw ba naman?
So why is singing is incorporated in the music learning experience?
So, matawag siya nga most central siya ang center sa kanang mga activities kay integrate na to siya sa kanang subject.
So, for example, nung naka-remember ko sa among elementary teacher na everyday niya gipakanta og kanang alphabet song bitaw. So, gamit ato is mas na-memorize pa namo ang kanang alphabet, and then also nakabalo pa jud mi mo kanta sa pagi ato ni teacher. So, that is the meaning of incorporated in the music learning experience. And also incorporated in the learning experience is also enhance the memory retention and enhance understanding and simplify the most complex topic into mas masabtan siya. And also singing is emotional outlet sa to allow us to express our feelings and emotions. So next is sumanawag na lang ko. Erwin, can you read?
It is also useful for identifying oneself with people, place, events, things, and ideas. In some cases, we can relate much to the song that we became the character in the song or we sing.
Okay, so singing is a way of connection of with other people, places, events, things, and ideas. Also, sa singing man God, if feel, kung mukanta bitaw ta din, feel na to sad ta or bulagan ta, di ba si Roy kay masaktan na to ako sa kalinis ni Baro kasi ako lonely ta or happy, ana. Alam mo ba si Roy ka na? Bulagan ka si Kuya, mas masaktan pa niyo ang lyrics, di ba? Mamukuya. Gina na si Roy, makagita ka na. So next is,
Filipinos are naturally inclined to music, especially singing. The nation has produced many talented artists, and there is a great love for the activity, as seen with the wide popularity of karaoke and karaoke bars and booths. After a long day's work, we unwind and bond with our friends through singing, and this gives us emotional satisfaction.
So singing is a very common and culture nato sa as we are a Filipino, di ba? So even other countries, gina-appreciate ang mga Filipinos when it comes singing, okay? And also, even other countries ko, nakoy daghang mga artists nga na dito. Sing ni ko Bruno Mars, isa po na siya ka Filipino. Then also, parang natin events, birthday ka pang na-mentioning, Rosella ganiha, nadyo na for me ang singing, dili dyo na siya mawala. Gina-contest pa ganin na siya sa event. So, next is, kindly read hygiene.
Singing may be considered to be the most important phase of music learning in elementary school. The voice is the instrument that all human beings have, and it is readily accessible. Singing can also be a way for students to experience for themselves the emotion of other people. For example, in the course of their learning a song about planting rice, such as Magtanim Ay Di Biro, students get a glimpse of how tiring and back-breaking a job it is to work in the fields. They also get to appreciate their own culture more and value the labor of rice farmers who feed the nation. When singing in a group, children learn to be sensitive and cooperative, responsive to the instruction given to them so that the group can perform well as a single unit.
So, singing is be considered the most important phase of music learning in elementary. So, listening sa kung gingon ganiha, singing is mas nindot siya incorporate sa klase kay especially in elementary grades kay mas masabtan nila, then ma-engage sila, then dili pa siya nila malimtan ang kanang imuhang ipakanta sa ilahan. Sing atong alphabet song. So, for example, kaning Magtanim Ay Di Biro, usa na siya sa example na the student get a glimpse how tiring and back-breaking a job it's to work in the field. So, and also sa singing pod, in group singing kay mas magtinabangay sila, di ba? Mag-cooperate sila na maminaw to each other. So next is Suba, can you read?
It is important to note that we cannot train our elementary student effectively in music if we do not have a certain acceptable degree of vocal competency. We teachers need to be accomplished singers or have an easy kid singing tones, but we must possess the ability to read notes and to sing them correctly in the right pitch and in the right rhythm. While it would be ideal for the teachers to be a perfect and absolute pitch, it is alright to utilize tuning fork, pitch pipe, or any melodic instrument available in the school.
So, as a teacher, teacher, so dili ta basta-basta makatudlo og singing kung kita po dili ta kabalo. So literal nga as teacher is kabalo jud tanan, di ba? So dapat ang teacher mag-practice jud na siya unsaon pag-sing. So dapat and also pod kanang kung mag-teach tag singing sa bata, dapat sakto sa datong itudlo, di ba? Kay ang mga bata sunon biya ta, so as a teacher dapat sakto, correct and right way jud na atong ipangtudlo sa ilaha. Para pod nga dili sila pilahin na ba ang mga bata ron, kay magpataka na lang kung kanta, magsunson. So dapat sakto jud na atong ipangtudlo firme. So next is some ideas to consider when teaching singing activities. So, 1. Choosing children's songs. 2. Aim to good singing attributes. So, discuss na ako ang number 1. So, feeling ba? Can you read the A?
Teach songs that have simple rhythmic patterns. The difficulty can increase as they progress. So in choosing songs for the children, we need to consider the simple rhythmic patterns. Like for today, kanang simple lang sa, and kung ma-learn na nila the next day, next music class na po is maka-increase ang level of difficulty pala. Ang bata is iyang pacing of learning is kanang on level bitaw, on level of their capability po sa.
Yes. Sakto ang gingon nilimpang. So, kung mag-teach tag song, dapat appropriate po siya sa kanang level sa mga pupils, especially in the lower grades. So, one of the example of rhythmic patterns is kapong Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. Kato siya ang naari ka ng simple o appropriate siya sa mga lower levels sa mga bata. So, next is si Michelin.
Teach songs that are appropriate for their level of understanding. Basically, what this means is not gonna teach grade 6 songs to grade 3 students.
So tabo naman siya, no? As a teacher, kung mag-teach kag song, dapat appropriate sa kanang grade level sa mga bata. Di kay magtudlo tag song din, pang grade 6 siya dayon. Itudlo niyo siya sa grade 3. So dili siya suitable sa mga bata din. Dili pa din nila masabtan pa. So next is Kapag yung guys, Salmira.
Teach songs that have words or lyrics that are not complicated or suggest double meanings which may cause confusion and embarrassment, especially to upper grade level. So, kung mag-teach kang song, so dapat ka na nasa nakikita ang lyrics din. Kanabang di ba ang lyrics ka na related sa hindi siya dili siya kanang pang di ba na may mga music nga pang katong dili ka na bang mga bastos or something mga ba dapat ka na siya kanang pang educational.
So, sa po ang ingon is Salmira. Dapat kiniun na to kanang pang elementary jud, dapat dito mamili itong mga songs nga especially karon daghan ng mga bastos nga mga song, di ba?
Yes,
dapat dili na itundo sa ilaha. So next is let's see.
Consider the range of the song you are teaching. It is important to evaluate the vocal range of your students, as the song you choose might be either too high or too low for them to sing. Also, take note that their voices change. Student voice ranges in grades 1 to 3 will eventually change as their bodies grow, and in grades 4 to 6, you may listen to recordings to hear for yourself
whether or not the voice ranges of your chosen song or songs are applicable to your students.
Okay, so as a teacher, i-consider sa nato and evaluate nato ang voice sa mga bata. Kaya namagoy ka ng voice sa bata nga dili ka kayo og high, napoy ka ng di ka one og low. And also, sa mga pupils man gud dako nila namagoy changes ang ilang voice sa especially sa mga laki diha jud ninyo makita nga naay changes ang matingog sa mga laki. So, next is pulpol.
As much as possible, teach a wide range of music from different cultures, but also emphasize our own traditional and folk Filipino songs, which are sadly falling into neglect. This will teach our students to learn and preserve their national heritage and identity.
Okay, so always remember as a teacher nga nating mga folk Filipino songs. So, one of example is katong magtanim may bibiro,
Bahay kubo.
kato siya bahay kubo. So,
Meron sinta.
paragod ka na dili maligtan sa mga bata nga nalit yung mga Filipino songs. So, may galon, daghan naman gud mga lahi nga songs, then dili pa jud ato ang ikan sa ato ang country. So, una, ayaw jud ka nang iwala sa kanang as a teacher nga natin tayo mga folk Filipino songs. So last is select songs that are realistic, based on real life, and also imaginative, function, or verse. Fiction. So, ito, ganiha, kung magtanim may ibiro, or katong mga realistic, mga bahay kubo. So next is aim for good singing attitude. So, A is good tone quality. So, nice and good sound. So, B is correct speed or tempo. So, sakto lang siya, di okay siya fast. And if mo kanta po dapat right posture. So, dili kay kakilid nga mo kanta. Daday nga na. Then also ka nang kanta mo talikod. So, dili na siya appropriate. So, next is correct rating. So, as ka nang kung mag-sing ta, naman siya ka nang dapat mag-practice ka correct rating kay sa imong god is taas na kayo ang kanang iyang notes din balik ka ginhawa so maputol siya. So next is attention sample niya. So proper pronunciation of lyrics. So kung makanta ta dapat sakto sa dato ang pronunciation, di ba? So next is correct performance of motive, musical, symbols. And lastly, appropriate emotional response. So kung imong kanta is pang happy, so happy sad ka, di kay kanang sad ka. So dili mo pang rock sad. So dapat i-appropriate mo siya sa unsay mo gikanta, di ba? So next is Angel. So kanang Angel niya mo sample na siya.
So the third one is identify which method of learning should be used by rote or by note. So there are two ways of teaching songs to elementary students, either by rote, that is by listening repeatedly without the use of musical notation, or by note. And learning how to read musical symbols such as notes and rest. Ideally, we should aim to balance between developing the oral and the visual capabilities of our students. So usually, rote singing is used for teaching songs that are hard to read. Students are then left with no choice but to learn them by ear, thus developing their ability to create and recreate music. So kaning rote singing is ang pinakasayon, and then diri is kanang magkuan na sila maninaw na sila og mga music repeatedly para ma-familiarize nila. And then there are two ways of teaching by rote. The first one is whole song approach. This can be used to teach songs which can be easily imitated by children. These are usually short, repetitive, and easy to remember. So can you give me an example of a song that has a repetitive and easy to remember nga kanang nasya sa mga rhyme song?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So easy ra siya and kanang bisag once na nimo na i-play is kanang ilahan na ng mga familiarize kay balik-balik ba ang lyrics. And then sa P is phrase by phrase approach. This approach is used to teach songs which are more difficult to learn and have to be divided into smaller sections or phrases. So this is the complex one. So sa pag-teach nimo ani is kailangan nimo siya divide into smaller sections or phrases. Like for example is kanang the wheels in the bus. So mas complex siya as kumpara sa katong Twinkle Twinkle kay like for example pwede mo siya itudo like sa first phrase lang sana the wheels in the bus, then ang sa second phrase na pod, and then so karon is so on the other hand learning by please read everyone.
On the other hand, learning by note incorporates activities such as using solfa syllables, which are more easily associated and assimilated into the oral experience, as these syllables
seems to perfectly match the tone they represent. When teaching pitches, it is important that students not only learn the pitch letters A, B, C, F, and G, but also experience them.
there is a certain since they do not correspond naturally to the pitches as compared to solfa syllables. Also, solfeggio exercises usually do not require children to sing pitches using letters, but in solfa syllables.
Okay, so from what I have mentioned earlier, katong learning by note is mas complex siya compared sa learning by rote. Kay katong learning by rote is mag-listen lang sila repetitive and then makuha na nila to, which di na sila kailangan magbasa of mga text or notes. And then this is learning by note is it incorporates activities such as using solfa syllables. Kamu sa yung solfa syllables? Okay, kanya makabaltaan sa ni. So masayon siya kay kuan po diri na po isa ka choices which is magamit pod og kanang mga maka-learn sila og kanang sa mga pitch letters which is kanang A, B, C up to G, but kanang mas complex man gud siya aside sa kaning solfa syllables kay kaning solfa syllables is kanang siya. So another effective method in note singing is the use of body parts to associate with pitches. So muna ni makuyog na sila sa katong solfa syllables. Then ang tawag ani nga kanang mga hand signals na kanang maggamit og mga body parts is Kerwin hand signals. So which each hand symbol represents a pitch. So naka-example video diri sa mga solfa syllables and sa katong paggamit ng paggamit ato sa song.
Let's learn Kodak hand sign. Madali lang to. Ito lang yun. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, di, do.
Okay,
Napagawa niyo ba? Let's do it again.
ikuha na to siya.
Madali lang to.
Do,
Sige guys, ito daw guys. Dumanta ha. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
So, okay, so di ba muni ang solfa syllables na do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Ganito. Then, di ba ibaba, kuan siya pa high, tapos napay pa low na. So, kani siya di ay kani. So, syllables is nani siya kanang right placement. So, for example, para makita ninyo. Ang kaning do nga pataas is na siya diri sa waist level. Ana, do, then re, ano siya, re, mi, at mi, fa, so, then ang la is sa chin level. Then P, then do is diri sa forehead level. So, inuhang, kung ano mo siya tanan is do, re, mi, fa, sol, so, ano siya. And then, so karon is naabot siya kanang sample sa song nga nagamitan og sopa syllables. Row your boat.
Ambot.
Ha? Yaya lang. Ay. Diba? So, row your boat. So, do, re, mi. Kami mo rin. Diba? Do, re, mi, ra, mi, fa, sol. De, do, mi, mi, do, sige, so, ano to siya? So, para mas madali lang siya matuto na to ang pagbasa nila sa songs or pagkanta nila sa songs. Kani man siya magamit, kani siya nga kaning sopa syllables magamitan siya pato ng mga nursery rhyme kay sayo na ba yung kuan. And then so for the last one is identify the marks of a poor singer. So in some of our music classes, there will be always some children who are musically inept, who are unable to carry a tune. It is our duty as teachers to quickly identify them so that we may devise strategies to help them improve. We are not to segregate them from class, for this might affect the adversely. Joshua, say mga idea.
So, as I understand English, dapat dito ay segregate ang for example, di ba, ang mga bata dahil ay mo sa tone, ilang mga pitch o kung sa kataas silang voice or isa sa talo. Parehas lang sa orchestra, dapat di nato i-segregate ang mga bata kung asa sila ng pitch, dapat i-incorporate sila kay bali na mga parehas ang chest voice, ilang mga vocals, dapat i-mix nato na to make a diverse and meaningful performance.
So, di ba, nag-mention ka og chest voice?
Oh.
So, ano yung difference sa chest voice at head voice?
Sa chest voice, which
Naman
is
to kanina sa katong part niya.
ang chest voice, which is the way ka mag-breathe, di nakuha niyo mo sa imo about which is ang head voice, kato ng high pitch na kayo na siya nga, mga siya kalinis na siya. High pitch na siya sa pagkanta.
Okay. And then, so here are some marks of a poor singer. So first one, steroid. Oral practice, speech Okay, so sila tong mga oral problems, like please lang ma-pronounce, dili nila ma-pronounce ang word. Yes, or S. This is the sila dito.
Lagot
And
yung
the
anak.
next one is oral problems. So
Timtan
these
og
refer
tan-og.
to the difficulty in speech perception. This is what happens when a
Gihalad
student cannot sing correctly in tune, or the inability to identify which pitches are high, low, and their relation to the other pitches. These require much ear training and listening exercises. So dapat sila mas mag-listen early ang mga music. So dapat ma-identify po nila kung unsa ang mga high pitch o low pitch. And then for the third one is lack of confidence. This is characterized by stage fright, extreme anxiety, and lack of voice projection or volume. So sa singing, dili jud ni mawala ang natay lack of confidence. So kung naano ni sa ato is mangulba na daw, maapektuhan na ato ang performance, right? Stage fright. Yes. Then next is memory problems. These refer to the inability to properly commit the lyrics and or the music to memory, both cognitively and also in terms of muscle memory. So bisag unsa siguro nila kag balik-balik og paminaw mga music is dili ra gyud nila ma-familiarize ang lyrics. So mo siya ang isa ka problem sa singing. And then in the 4 problems previously stated, the most troublesome to solve would be oral problems. Here are a few suggestions that may help. So first is listening exercises that identify between high and low pitches. Para sa itong gingon ako kanina nga, dapat ma-identify dahil nila unsa ang low pitches of high pitches. Para kanang dili na bitaw sila out of tune. And then B is tone matching exercises, where a student should reproduce correctly a given pitch. This may take a lot of time and repetition. Start with one pitch, then gradually increase the number of pitches to be matched. Using SOFA syllables is highly recommended. So katong SOFA syllables,
Dilak gani.
dako man siyang help para sa para dali
Itong
ra
bayi,
dali ra
na-post naman na. So, anak to na-release ng video, lahi man na. Borders man na.
C is singing a short phrase composed of few pitches only. The number of pitches may be increased gradually. So, para atong ganina nga, katong nabasa ganina sa kuan niya, hindi mo siya i-as one ba, like gradually lang mo siya i-increase sa mga pitches na dapat nila mabalaan. Muna to guys, thank you.
Sigo na yun.